You know, there's a hidden risk living inside pretty much every device you own, and it's all about something we do every single day without a second thought: saving Wi-Fi networks. In this explainer, we're going to pull back the curtain and show you how that convenience, well, it creates a vulnerability you really need to know about.
Just think about it for a second. Every coffee shop, every airport, every friend's house you've ever connected to. Your devices are holding on to a digital history of that trust. Now, this whole system is designed to make our lives easier, but as we're about to see, that memory creates a pretty significant security hole.
Okay, so what exactly are we talking about here? At their core, saved Wi-Fi keys are just the passwords your device squirrels away, so you don't have to punch them in over and over again. Your phone, your laptop, they're built to prioritize that seamless automatic reconnection. It's all about convenience.
So let's start by digging into that fundamental trade-off, right? The convenience we all love versus the hidden security cost that comes with all of that digital memory.
Now here's a really common and honestly dangerous assumption a lot of us make. We think that when we disconnect from a Wi-Fi network, our device just forgets about it. That is completely false. Disconnecting just ends your current session. The key, that memory of the network, is still tucked away on your device.
Now, to be fair, these keys aren't just sitting in a plain text file for anyone to see. They're stored in a protected, encrypted space. Think of it like a digital vault inside your operating system. So yeah, there's a layer of security there. But the crucial point, and you got to remember this, is that this vault, it is not unreachable.
Okay, so how does this actually become a threat? We need to understand how attackers really get their hands on these keys, because I promise you, it's probably not how you're picturing it.
You know the image we all have of a hacker, right? Someone in a hoodie furiously trying to crack or guess at Wi-Fi password from the outside? And sure, that can happen, but the much more common, much more efficient attack is completely different. Attackers don't waste time guessing the keys. They just retrieve the ones your device has already helpfully saved for them.
And this gets to the absolute heart of the problem. To get those saved keys, an attacker's main goal isn't to break the Wi-Fi encryption. Nope, their goal is to get access to your device's operating system itself, because that's where the treasure is stored.
So how do they get that kind of access? Well, it usually comes down to one of three main ways. First, malware. Malicious software that just sits in the background quietly harvesting credentials. Second, an insider. This is a user who has legitimate access but decides to do something malicious. And third, and maybe the simplest, is just a stolen device. Physical access is a huge advantage.
Once an attacker is on the system, the rest of the process is scarily fast and totally automated. A simple script can scan the system's memory or its configuration files, find that credential vault, and just pull out the keys. Then it packages them up into a tiny little data packet and sends them out.
And here's the really sneaky part. The actual theft of the keys doesn't even need an active internet connection. The malware can grab the keys, sit there quietly, and just wait. It'll send them out later in a tiny burst of traffic that's almost impossible to even notice. It's a silent, brutally efficient harvest.
Now we get to the part of this threat that is truly dangerous. See, a single stolen Wi-Fi key is almost never the end of the attack. It's usually just the first domino to fall in a devastating cascade effect.
Let's just walk through how this plays out. An attacker pulls the key for that public cafe Wi-Fi off your laptop, but, oh, look at that, they also found the key for your home network. So they use that to pivot, to get inside your home system. And what do they find there? The jackpot, the saved credentials for your company's VPN or your office Wi-Fi.
And what makes this whole terrible cascade possible? It's a simple human habit: password reuse. If the password for your home network is the same or even just similar to other critical passwords, you are amplifying your risk exponentially. Attackers absolutely count on this.
In the world of cybersecurity, this process, using one compromise point to get to another and then another, it has a name. It's called lateral movement. That one saved Wi-Fi key becomes the first domino, letting an attacker move deeper and deeper and deeper into every corner of your digital life.
Okay, so understanding the threat is step one. But now, let's talk about building your defense. The goal here is actually pretty straightforward. Protect the access to your device, and when you do that, you protect all of that trust your device has stored up.
Here are 4 direct actions you can take right now. First, some basic digital hygiene. Go into your network settings and just delete all those old profiles you don't use anymore. Fewer keys means fewer targets. Simple. Second, enable full disk encryption. This protects your data if your device gets stolen and it's powered off.
Third, your login is your front door. Make it a strong one. And fourth, this one's big. For your daily tasks, use a standard user account, not an administrator account. This seriously limits the damage malware can do.
But at the end of the day, all the tech in the world is only part of the solution. The most powerful defense you have is you. It's your awareness. Just understanding how these attacks work is the absolute key to spotting them and stopping them before they ever get started.
So the crucial takeaway here is this. Your device has a long, long memory, a whole history of every single network you've ever put your trust in. So the question I want to leave you with is, do you actually know what's in that memory? Now is probably a good time to go check.